Hello there peasants, it's your friendly local otaku and I'm very sorry for not uploading in almost 3 weeks, but I'm back and better than ever. Therefore, let's get started right away. So in regards to the beginning of the video, this will not be a rant on Berserk 2016, but an opinion piece on the reasons why CGI or 3D animation has no place in the anime industry. I know this is a polarizing issue and that many people in the community have already stated their opinion. However, I want to throw in my 2 cents at the issue. Now remember, this is an opinion, and as such there is no reason to be offended. Regardless, I know some people hate what I have to say. I will begin to state my reasons. Now to clarify, by no means is the 2D animation industry dying by any stretch of the imagination. However, with the CG animation on the rise and more shows moving away from 2D animation, my concern is that as these trends increase, more and more slowly but surely 2D animation will be a thing of the past. And I base this theory on another industry that has changed for the worst. This industry is a AAA gaming industry. Once upon a time, there was no microtransactions, DLC, pre-order bonuses, 10 different Ultimate Editions, and etc. Tell any gamer and they will tell you that these changes at a consumer level is cancerous and only benefit large corporations that want to suck dry every last penny out of your pocket, and then some. Now, these changes didn't happen overnight, and it was through little by little they introduced these changes that we have the toxic, lazy, and unfinished products courtesy of the AAA gaming industry. Now, as stated before, this won't happen overnight, and as we consistently accept CG into anime, slowly these animation studios will try to push new and innovative ideas, and normally at the expense of the consumer. My last thing I have to say about this first point is that people that argue that you get used to it or it doesn't matter, reason being that businesses have to make money, and that's the whole point. And to that I have to say that this type of thinking is cancerous and will result in the anime industry ending up like the AAA gaming industry. Unfinished, lazy products, but hey man, at least those mega corporations are making that sweet money, and I don't understand why people defend them. And excuse my language, but they give zero fucks about you. I digress, so on to my next point. Now, be real with me. When watching an anime that is in 2D, does seeing CGI, dragons, background CGI, or even the protagonist being CGI hurt your experience on any level? And if your answer is no, then I'm happy for you. But for those that said yes, this is a product of the anime industry getting lazy, with their justification being it's too hard to animate, or that animating it will result in too much time being wasted. That's happening in the anime industry is that with ever increasing revenue comes a demand for more of that product. So animation studios are trying to keep up with that demand. So the end result being that deadlines are shorter, studios are outsourcing artists in other countries, and many mangakas are literally killing themselves to meet these unimaginably short deadlines. The final product ends up suffering because of these facts. Also, on a side note, these mangakas are paid very poorly for their unbelievable amount of hours that are put into their work. The conclusion being that everyone suffers on some level but these corporations. See a pattern here? Anyways, as proof being recent anime with these problems being Overlord, The Rising of the Shield Hero, and Berserk 2016. And goddamn, did they literally screw over Berserk.
You're trespassing on my property. You didn't win in my yard.
Wait.
All of you.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that? Get everybody out of my yard.
We as consumers need to stop defending these practices and call them out on this so that future adaptations don't suffer the fate that Berserk 2016 did. On to my last point. I'm going to be honest here and say that I don't know what the future has in store for us, yet I can make a guess with how companies are investing their money. As the saying goes, follow the money, considering these companies are the ones that put the product out there and see if the consumers will invest their time into that product. So we as consumers do have a very important role and can shape the future based on how we consume our favorite types of medium. And one of these companies shaping the future is Netflix, with Netflix increasing the amount of money they're investing into animation per year and looking at what types of shows they're investing in. I can tell you that 2D animation in some form will continue to suffer. I'm not trying to sound all doom and gloom here, but this observation is based on facts and growing trends. With Netflix investing into shows like Voltron, Neo Yoki, yes, it's 2D, but I included it since the show in general, it's mediocre at best. And lastly, from the directors of Avatar, The Last Airbender, as well as The Second Coming of Christ, The Dragon Prince. Some will say that it's unfair that I include the Dragon Prince in here, since as a whole the show's writing is decent, but come on man, the first season in terms of frame rate, animation, the studio suffered hard. I know the second season fixed the frame rate issues, but CGI really, Aaron? Yes, this is Aaron's fault, since Netflix gives these directors 100% freedom when working for them, so the blame lies with him. Call it an experiment or whatever, the show is mostly directed at the younger audience, and with poor 3D animation, the show is a flop compared to its counterpart, Avatar. Now that I finished that mini rant, I need to stress that Netflix has found lots of success investing into 2D animation projects such as Castlevania, garnering praises from basically everyone, so there is some hope in the future. This was just one example, and I can name many more, but for the video not to drag on too long, I use Netflix since everyone is familiar with that company. That covers most of what I have to say, and yes, I know there is good shows that take advantage of CGI and not hide behind the excuse that it's a creative decision when in reality it's to save a few dollars. I'm looking at you, Dragon Prince, you poor excuse of a CGI show that can't even get that right. But I mostly wanted to focus on how implementing CGI into anime can hurt 2D shows in the near future. If you want me to talk about the positives that CGI along with 3D animated shows have, then comment that down below. It's really the only way I can know. So that concludes my video. If you enjoyed my video, I'd appreciate it if you liked, comment, and subscribed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.